Well, only missed the first lap of the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series race. Couldn't have missed anything too important, right? Oh my god, what happened? Hello everybody, my name is Brody. We got some O'Reilly Auto Parts Series racing to break down and discuss right here, right now, the Kansas Speedway edition. And I gotta go on a quick rant here for you guys because it's just been on my mind ever since the end of this race. You wanna know why the Cup Series ratings and viewership is down and the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series ratings are up, going up, and not stopping? Two reasons right here, right now. I'm not holding anything back, no punches strike. You guys know I keep it real around here. The reason is the Cup Series racing is variant from week to week. People who watch regularly can determine this is going to be a good race or a bad race, depending on the track, because the next gen car has flaws. Plus, Fox decides to throw the prime racing product of the Cup Series on FS1. NBC does the same thing in the later half of the season. O'Reilly, however, has the best NASCAR racing consistently throughout the entire season. They don't race anywhere where that car sucks. The racing is great, and you see ever since the CW picked up on network television, every single race is on network television. The production is amazing, the commentary is amazing, the racing is amazing, and that is why the viewership is going up for O'Reilly and down for Cup. A whole video summed up in just 1 minute right there. That's why. That's why. The O'Reilly Series is the best racing in NASCAR. I've been telling you all ever since I just started this channel. I've been telling you guys it is the best series in NASCAR, and this race at Kansas was incredible. I think it's the best O'Reilly race this season, and that's saying a lot because we had so many great races. I'm going to switch it up for this race review, breakdown, analysis. We're going to cover just the big events, and then we'll get to the race winner and whatever else, the race results, my drivers of the day, you know the regular deal. But we're going to go over the big events in order all the way up to the race winner because that's how much action just happened in this race. Okay, anyways, long intro. To sum it up, this was an amazing race. Hope you guys are ready for my race review and reaction, raw analysis, because I am so hyped up, so amped up, because this series is just incredible. Love the O'Reilly Auto Parts series, so let's get into this race review. To kick things off for this race review, we have to start with the start, because normally we just gloss over that. Okay, guys, we're trying to get up to speed, figure out what they have, get going. No. We had a chaotic start to this race, and it all met a head at lap 2. So to start, the start was nuts. We get going with drivers who have no idea what their car is going to do because we did not have practice or qualifying. All the times, all the positions were set by metric from the last race. So all these guys slinging it off into turn 1, not knowing what they have. COVID-19 style, 2020 season style. They send it off. Corey Day rips the top, passes Carson Kvapil, who started on pole. Beautiful pass, by the way. Love that pass. We're passing the start-finish line, going to lap 2. We're on turns 1 and 2. Coming to the backstretch, it's Carson Kvapil, it's William Byron, and Justin Allgaier. Coming off the turn, Allgaier has gotten to the outside of Kvapil, who was kind of struggling on this initial start. William Byron's all the way to the bottom. We're coming off the turn, and William Byron does his best George Russell impression, clips Carson Kvapil. Kvapil overcorrects, going to the outside wall. The car lifts off the ground. It's about to settle down. Here comes Parker Retzlaff. Boom! Into the air goes Carson Kvapil, flipping on lap 2. Lap 2. This is lap 2, people. He's flipping on lap 2. I could not believe. Funny story. Just I had my phone set down and I was not paying attention for a second. I walk away. I come back. Carson Kvapil's on his freaking roof. I'm like, what the hell happened? I missed the initial start by 1 lap, and that's what happened. That's why I did the intro like that. Anyways. William Byron knew his best George Russell impression, and Carson Kvapil goes in the air, airborne, crazy turn events at Kansas, of all places. I did not expect a car to get airborne like that. Similar to a Ryan Newman, Ryan Blaney situation where Newman was in the air, and what really made that wreck so significant was the impact when Corey LaJoie sent him into the air flying. That's what happened to send Carson Quapple in the air when Retzloff hit him. It was just a kind of a freak accident in a way to where that happened. No fault at all to Parker Retzloff in the 99 car. No shot whatsoever. Quapple, obviously out of control. He's in the air. He can't do anything. Retzloff, he's going almost 180 miles an hour on the back straightaway. It happened right in front of him. He can't do anything. So just a freak accident. But all I got to say is, what are we doing? It's lap 2. We just started lap 2, and we're racing 3 wide. Sure, you can race 3 wide, but like William Byron, what are we doing? We have to batten down the hatches because that was way too aggressive. I get we're 3 wide. I get the cars are on edge, and I get you don't know what you have in your car. Better safe than sorry. Back off, live to fight another day. At least let poor Carson Quapple live to fight another day, because William Byron's looking in the mirror and he's like, because Quapple's 10 feet in the air. Oh my! So that was the start of the race, guys. My hair's going everywhere. I'm animated. Anyways, that was the start of the race. What a start of the race! Poor Carson Quapple just could not do anything. Out of his control. He was very graceful in his post-race interview. Definitely said we're racing too hard, too early. Completely understand that point of view because I share that point of view. I don't know what we're doing. It's lap 2. So that was the first 2 laps. We're 2 laps in, guys. We start picking up the pace here in a bit, but that was the first instance. Want to get that covered because that transitions us into the what the F driver of the race. It has to be Carson Quapple because that was a crazy turn of events on such a short notice. I couldn't believe it. So he's the what the F driver of the race. Has to be for Carson Quapple. Poor one team. Poor Ronnie Childers. Poor Carson Quapple. Poor Retzloff. What are we doing, William Byron? Anyways, let's move on to the next event. Okay, so the next big event, and you're not going to believe me, it's on lap 37. We're still in stage 1. Jesse Love, Austin Hill. Teammates, by the way, mind you, their teammates are racing inside the top 10. Austin Hill is on the very, very bottom of the track. Jesse Love is just a lane above him. What happened was eventually Austin Hill loses the rear end and spins out on the front straightaway. William Sawalich picks the wrong way to go. Should have went up, went down. Not his fault. Plows Austin Hill. Austin Hill is essentially done because they broke the left rear suspension. William Sawalich eventually continues on with a damaged car. Austin Hill was furious. He was furious. Very upset with Jesse Love. And maybe I'm in the minority here, but we're racing. I get we're early in the race, but Jesse Love has every right to defend his position. And maybe I'm in the minority, but pinching the car off below you to give them an aero disadvantage, fair game. You're in the outside lane, he's in the bottom lane. He put himself there. I don't see the reason why it's a big deal. And plus, Austin Hill, he clipped the apron before that even happened. So I think it was just a turn of events that it just happened at the same exact time. Austin Hill clips the apron, gets a little loose. Love packs air on the right side of Austin Hill. Around that car goes. That's just what happened. I don't see no harm, no foul. I think it was fair. Maybe it was a bit aggressive. It's only lap 37. But I do believe we are racing. I'm with the Carson hosts of our crowd. We're racing. Damn the rest. I'm going to fight for my position. I didn't even touch you. You spin out. Not my fault. I get where Jesse Love is coming from. But that being said, Jesse Love, if someone did that to you, let's just say Rajah Kruth, for example, because they've had beef in the previous races. If he did that to you, I know Jesse Love would be furious. So it's a instance where you are right or wrong. you can pick your side, but I feel like Austin Hill, he's warranted to be upset. Jesse Love would be upset if someone did that to him, but it's also a fair racing move in my eyes, and Hill did hit the apron. So say what you want, but that's my opinion. That was only the second instance of this race. We got more to cover. This race was insane. Let's keep going. So skipping forward just a little bit, Brandon Jones wins stage 1, wins stage 2. On the ensuing restart, on the final stage, we made it to lap 101. We get another crazy instance where Corey Day, one of the fastest cars of the day, slips up, barely clips Sammy Smith, sends them both around. Both two fast Chevy Camaros. Both go spinning out. Sammy Smith's day is pretty much done. I don't know what exactly happened to that car. Maybe some underbody issues or what. He was laps down. Corey Day he's able to continue on. He's a lap down at the very end of the race. But Corey Day takes them both out. Over-aggressive move from Corey Day. Definitely. You could tell he's getting a little bit frustrated being that mired back in the pack with the fast car he does have. Just needs to be a bit more patient. That's all I can say about that. A over-aggressive move, definitely. He needs to back it down, be more patient. He's done a very good job in the recent weeks, but he needs to continue on that. You have a fast car, manage yourself, pace yourself. You can't do that on a sketchy Kansas track. Even that little bit of contact causes a wreck. So Corey Day needs to learn a little bit more, but he has been doing a better job as of late. Needs to keep going just a little bit more. That was the next crazy instance. Let's get into the finish now. Let's get to the race winner now, and it's a feel-good win, and it's Taylor Gray and the number 54 Toyota Supra for Joe Gibbs Racing, going back-to-back in the 54 car. Ty Gibbs won last week. The 54 gets it done in the O'Reilly Series, and it was an unexpected win because I thought another Joe Gibbs Racing car who dominated one stage 2. That's Brandon Jones. He got shuffled back due to some pit strategy. We get to our last green flag pit stop of the day on lap 148 out of 200. We come down pit lane. Taylor Gray beats him off pit road just by a little bit. And I'm thinking, okay, we're going to have a showdown here between the two fast Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota Supras until Brandon Jones is hit with a uncontrolled tire penalty, absolutely derailing and taking the wind out of that 20-team sales. Just a gut-wrenching penalty takes him out of contention right there, right then. But we do get a showdown between Taylor Gray, Sheldon Creed, and Justin Allgaier, two Camaros who were super fast all day long. The final 50 laps was that showdown. Sheldon Creed, Justin Allgaier ran down Taylor Gray from about 6 seconds back from Allgaier and about 3 seconds for Sheldon Creed. They get it down under 1 second, about a half second back, all the way until the white flag, and it just doesn't work out for Sheldon Creed. Taylor Gray holds them off to get his first win of the season. Super happy for that team because in previous race reviews I've discussed, that 54 team has been lagging behind Brent Cruz in the 19, William Sawalich in the 18. They've been lagging behind. They figured it out today. They weren't the fastest car all day. They weren't even the fastest Joe Gibbs Racing car all day, but they found a way on pit lane to short pit basically to get ahead of Sheldon Creed and Brandon Jones, and they figure out a way to get it done and bring home the win. Super happy for that team. Very excited for them, and well done overall. It does them well in the points. It does them well for momentum. This team is going to be scary going forward. I feel like once they get some momentum going like they have now, they will be a threat going forward. So once again, happy for Taylor Gray and that whole 54 team on the win at Kansas. Let's get to my drivers of the day, and these will all be familiar faces. Let's begin with the runner-up, Sheldon Creed. This is his 16th runner-up finish in the O'Reilly Series, but he did get that win at Atlanta, so softens the wound a little bit. He now moves in to the second place position in the point standings. He is still far behind Justin Allgaier, but he's done very well for himself in the points. He led 48 laps today, started fourth, was in the top 5 all day long, was probably the second best or best Chevy the entire day, next to Corey Day and Justin Allgaier. He even gets the fastest lap point, so have to give Sheldon Creed a shout out. Almost gets that second career win. Next is Justin Allgaier in the 7. Did very, very well for himself today. He didn't lead a lap, but was one of the fastest cars the entire race. He now extends his points lead to 131 points over second place, which is now Sheldon Creed. Well done for Allgaier. He is setting the standard for the O'Reilly Series competitors in the season thus far. I only see that continuing. Allgaier gets himself another top 5 finish. Finishing 5th is Brent Cruz, the young 18-year-old. This was his first ever laps view race of Kansas in an O'Reilly Series car, and he finishes 5th. This kid is great. He's incredible. Buy your Brent Cruz stock, as Parker Kligerman was saying during the race, during the broadcast. He has got talent. He is going places. He is going to be a threat for this championship, even in his first season. If he sticks around for next season, he's going to win a lot of races. A lot of races. So shout out to Brent Cruz. He is going places. Finally, let's end with Brandon Jones, the most dominant car and driver of the night. He winds up 8th place, but he got that penalty with like 50 laps to go. He made his way back all the way up to 8th place. That's how fast that car was. Very happy for Brandon Jones getting a driver of the day, as he rightfully should. Does very well for himself in the points. Gets himself a nice top 10 finish. He even started 14th due to practice and qualifying being rained out. Still winds up getting a top 10 finish despite the pit road penalty with like 50 laps to go. Insane. Very good for Brandon Jones and that 20 team. They definitely need a boost of momentum, and I think this gives them that, even though the finish wasn't exactly what they wanted. Let's take a look at the race results here. We'll go pretty fast because we covered most of it thus far. Jesse Love gets himself a top 5 finish despite the controversy early on. William Byron, Cole Custer, 2 Cup Series regulars, get 6th and 7th. I expect more from William Byron in this 88 car. Just haven't been getting it. 6th place finish isn't bad, but I expect more. I expect competing for the win every time he gets in this car. It's a fast car. Larson shows what it's capable of. Freaking Rajah Caruth shows what it's capable of. I think Rajah's been outrunning William Byron in that car. Straight up. Anyways, Cole Custer. I'm more impressed with Cole Custer because that car's not up to spec as to what the 88 is. And Cole Custer does very well, gets himself a top 10 finish. Behind them is Sam Mayer, Ryan Sieg. Sam Mayer, decent day overall. Probably wants to do better, seeing how well his teammate did, Sheldon Creed. And Ryan Sieg does a great job overall. And his brother, Kyle Sieg, also in the 28, does very well the entire race length as well. Doesn't get the finish he deserves. He actually does finish 25th. Not great overall. I believe that he had a pit early, but other than that, very well done for the entire Ryan Sieg racing team. Dean Thompson gets a nice 11th place finish, and Corey Day battles back to a 12th place finish. He actually was down a set of tires after that spin he had with Sammy Smith, rallies back all the way inside the top 10, and then the pit cycle sequences come out. He doesn't have a fresh set of tires. He eventually cuts a tire after the pit road sequences are up, so he has to make an unscheduled pit stop. Battles all the way back up to 12th, so that car was super fast. Not a great overall finish because that car probably had winning speed. Definitely had winning speed, so bit disappointing for Corey Day, but overall, he showed his talents again. He's very fun to watch. He's similar to Carson Hocevar in a lot of aspects. Sammy Smith actually does battle back to a 16th place finish. Not too bad. He was probably a top 8 car, found his way inside the top 5 later in the race, about halfway through before he got taken out. So overall, pretty disappointing day for Sammy Smith. Again, not his fault. Couldn't do anything, but that 8 car needs some better finishes going forward here soon. Needs some more top 5s, more top 8s consistently. He needs to figure out how to start the race better. He always finds himself in the top 8-5 range later in the race, and it's just not good enough to get those stage points that he needs for the chase for the Cup. So hoping to see some better things out of Sammy Smith as we go on, especially earlier in the races. Despite the heavy damage from the wreck where he plowed into Austin Hill, William Sawalich ends up 20th, and Rajah Caruth, who was in the Jordan Anderson 32 car again this week, finishes 21st. So not great for Rajah. He's going to get back in the 88 car here soon, so that'll be good for him, but not the best finish for the number 32 bunch. For my overall thoughts and opinions of this race, I think I covered it pretty good in my intro, but I'll go over it a bit more in detail right here, right now. This race was, I think, the best O'Reilly race of the season, and that's saying a lot. You may look and be like, stage one, stage two, dominated by Brandon Jones. How could there be good racing? And even if there weren't those wrecks, the racing was incredible. I mean, we had 3 wide battles. Corey Day, Justin Allgaier, Taylor Gray were all putting on shows. Watching Brandon Jones cut through the field, getting to the lead was great. And the battles throughout stage one and stage two were impeccable. They were awesome to see. We got a bit of a downturn, the longest run of the race in stage three after the Sammy Smith and Corey Day incident. But once the pit cycles began going, we saw an incredible battle to the end of the race between Sheldon Creed and Allgaier and Taylor Gray. It was an amazing race overall. Highly recommend, if you haven't watched this race, go at least watch the highlights on YouTube. It was an amazing, amazing race. If you guys aren't an avid watcher of the O'Reilly series and you want to watch good racing overall, watch the O'Reilly series. I recommend it over the trucks, over ARCA, over the Cup series. I recommend it. It is the best racing, the best series in NASCAR, hands down. Argue with the wall, hands down. Anyways, that's my overall thoughts and opinions of this Kansas race. I think it was the best race of the O'Reilly Series season. Well done to all those drivers, even though we had some sloppy moments there with some crazy wrecks, and we had one guy on his roof. Anyways, what a race. Hope you guys did enjoy my coverage and race review and analysis. Please let me know your thoughts of the race down below in the comments, and let me know what you think of the video in the comments. Did you like my new format, my new strategy of talking about the big events? Because there were so many, I had to rant, had to talk about them. Whew, so much happened. Anyways, I'm so pumped up, so excited. Hope you guys did enjoy. Please subscribe and like and comment on any video you'd like. If you are new, turn on the bell notifications because I post race reviews of every single truck race, every single O'Reilly race, every single Cup race. It's here on this channel. My raw takes and opinions and just raw reactions as a race fan to these races, so you guys can feel like you're talking to somebody or listening to somebody talk about something you're also interested in, because that's why I started this channel. I wanted to rekindle my love for NASCAR by covering it and sharing my love of it for you guys at home, you race fans, you NASCAR fans at home. So anyways, that's enough of me rambling on and on. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll leave you guys with this. Have a great, wonderful, and even splendid rest of your day. See ya.